our final chapter, which is going to be on do it. What does do it stand for?
Do it.
Do it? Why don't you open your book and see what it says?
Money.
Define, open, identify, and transform. Okay. Alright. When you go outside, let's say you ride a motorbike, right? You have a big motorbike. And then in the morning, thank you. In the morning, let's say you are going to school, you bring your your books and everything, and then suddenly you see dark clouds in the sky. Right? Dark cloud in the sky. What do? You have to ride a motorbike to school. What do? Huh? Yeah, you would turn back and get your raincoat, right? So do it is basically going to tell us about how we get to standing at the door and grabbing your rainbow. The steps in between. So this is a way for you to make sure that you get information, you use information that you have to come to the right action or conclusion or solution. So you are using what information for you to get the raincoat? What information did you use to get the raincoat? The cloud, skies. What about the cloud in the sky? What does it say to you? It's dark and then it's going to rain. What happens when it rains when you ride a bike? You get wet. So you want to avoid getting wet, right? So that's your problem. So the solution is, one, you can cut class. Meaning you say, it's raining, I don't go to school. But then you're not that kind of person. Right? You're very diligent. So that you don't take that into account. You think of that solution not going to class as unusable solution, right? So you come out with another solution, which is shielding yourself from the rain, which means you go get your raincoat. With me. Alright. So do it is what you do when you define the situation, which is cloud, rain, bike, wet. And then open your mind means you are thinking about possible solution, right? And I means what? Identify the best solution, and then T is transforming that into action. Alright, now, like I said before, defining the problem is the first step. You do it every day. So what's the difference between what you do every day with do it? What's the difference between the things that you usually do and this one? Do you want me to help you? This is more systematic. Remember, what does thinking skill mean? Thinking skills is cognitive processes that you have, your mind-making processes, using the relevant information, and you want to do it more efficiently and effectively. So doing is one of the ways. It's the proponent of this way is his name is Michael Olson. I think it's Michael Olson, right? Michael W. Olson. All right. Okay. D, the first step. There are 3 ways for you to define the situation. There are 3 ways for you to define situation, which are mind focus, mind stretch, and mind break. Okay, they sound kind of like the same, and they sound kind of like inane, but there are 3 ways that can use one or you can use all three for that first step. Mind focus means you are tackling the problem and not the symptom. Remember what happened last week? There's no class. Why wasn't there any class? Because I was sick. I had asthma, right? So when you have asthma, you can't breathe, right? You can't breathe. It's very hard for you to breathe. So if I cannot breathe, I cannot talk, right? So when you are defining the problem, you define my problem as she has asthma, not she can breathe. Because breathing, not being able to breathe, that's the symptom. Yeah, that's the symptom, the showing, the presentation of my larger problem. So some people, they have problems and then they start being rude to other people because they can't think straight. So people will address the rudeness. So you are not